Hey YouTube, it's Vince here, and today we're going to show some tips and tricks from new Dead by Daylight killer Cenobite. In this video we're going to be showing you some gameplay that I had from one of my first matches as Cenobite and some do's and don'ts on what to do while using him.
Oh, belly button.
First of all, we're going to show his free teachable perks and give a little bit of an explanation about it. So let's get straight into it. So first perk of Cenobite's is Deadlock. Now after a generator is repaired, the entity blocks a generator with the most progress for 20 seconds. And you can see the white aura during this time as well. So this is a really good perk to show which gen has the most progress. So you can head over to this gen and prevent any more progress to it while finding some cheeky survivors. So his next teachable perk is Hex Plaything. Now, the first time you hook a survivor, they become cursed and Hex Plaything activates on a dull totem. The cursed survivor suffers from the Oblivious effect until the totem is cleansed. Only the person who suffers from this can cleanse the totem. And if they're in a 24-meter radius, they can see the totem for the first 90 seconds, but only they can cleanse it. I think this is super cool. I think this is very unique to the game and it brings something fresh. And I see a lot of killers using it. So our final perk is Gift of Pain. So at the start of the trial, up to 4 random hooks are changed into Scourge hooks. You can see their auras in white. When a survivor is unhooked from one of these hooks, they suffer from the hemorrhage and mangled effect until fully healed. The first time the survivor is healed, they suffer a 7% penalty to healing. So this sounds cool, but this is one of the perks I didn't use in the video. Well, we may playtest this a little later down the road, but for now we just showed off the other 2 perks and a couple of random perks that we added in. So let's get into some gameplay and show you more of Pinhead. Okay, so we got 2 things. We've got a Zarina and we've got a Jane, and I may have brought Noed and Blood Warden as my other 2 random perks, but we won't talk about that as this was one of my first games, so I wanted to make sure we had some half decent gameplay. But anyway, let's get into the game and talk you through his abilities. So this is a great way to start. This is his gateway. So you can send a gateway in and you have to try and hook a survivor with it, and they have 3 hooks attached to them. And as a survivor, you have to try and get the hooks off. So this is really good at slowing the survivor down from the loop, but I would recommend using it a bit more closer than I did, because if you use it far away, they can break the chains very easily and get the hell out of there before you can even get close. So during this chase with Feng, you can hear and see the heartbeat going off. And basically, this is someone playing with the box, and the survivors have to use the box to prevent the chains coming in. So at the start of every game, the chains start coming in, and the survivor has to use the box to prevent this. But I can teleport to the box when the survivor uses it, and obviously chase and knock down the survivor if I need to. So we managed to pick up Feng here. She come through the window. Got our first hook of the game. No gems done, so pretty good start to the game so far. So Jane gets the unhook here on Feng. I did try to slug Feng, sorry. But we're going to chase Jane here. We tried to hook, but missed. Maybe would have been a little bit too far anyway, because she might have been able to get away from that. But we'll carry on chase on Jane regardless. I'll try again with the hooks, but with once again. They are quite hard to use, I'm not going to lie. They are pretty hard to use, but once you start getting used to them, they do become a little bit easier. We'll try cutting off Jane here. I think she loops me a couple of times here. We actually hit her now with the chains, and you can see the chains attached to her. And she gets away quite easy. She does 360 me a couple of times there, I'm not gonna lie, but we finally get a hit on in the end. There we go, Jen's down. But they done 2 gems during that time, so. Okay, so this is a great example. We get to teleport to this. But I think whoever was using the box was on the height here, and they managed to get away. But it just shows a good example that you can teleport to the boxes. hit your survivor if you need to. So we got Jane off the hook here, but we're gonna go after this thing. I missed the hook. I nearly actually hooked myself, which would have been great. I managed to get a hit here before the pallet. But Feng is full on her way right now. She pops over here. I could actually get a hit here, but I decided not to because I wanted to carry on showing more about the chains. But it ended out being where I just whiffed. So we'll move on. A bit later down in the chase, but we managed to get Feng down. So that's not too bad. But as you can see, another gen's done, so... So we hooked Feng, and for some reason I messed up my gateway there, and Jane just comes straight into my sights. She's gonna go for the unhook. As you can see, no one has touched the box, so random chains are spawning out on the map, and they are chasing the survivors. Because if you don't touch the box as a survivor, then chains start coming and chasing you. So as you can see, the arena gets quite in a sticky situation here, because the chains are attacking her, but she's so slowed and she just can't get away from them. So I managed to get a hook on her. So we get to teleport here to Feng, who is getting chained, and we actually managed to get a nice hit on her. Sometimes if they're not able to solve the puzzles quick enough, then you can get there and get a decent hit before they start running away. So I think Feng gives me a nice loop here. She's stuns me here and gets a flashlight on me. All 4 survivors at the moment injured, so this is good for me right now. Okay, we managed to get a Jane who is just randomly in a corner. I'm not actually sure what she's doing. Skill-based matchmaking, by the way. We're still looking for this Feng. She's around here somewhere, but I thought she was on this side, but it's actually a medkit just open for the wall. You know, DVD things. So we picked Jane up. Poor Jane. She's suffered in this match so far. I think it's in the second minute, so yeah, it is. So Feng comes here for the unhook. I did try hooking out, but kind of whiffed. Oh, another thing is in my sights, so they're all coming for the unhook, which is really good for me. And we've got a little chase here with Feng. So we actually hit her here, but she could easily get back over the pallet. She doesn't, she decides to loop round instead. And she actually faked the pallet. So I missed that one, but she comes back over and I get her. So it just shows that if you use your gateway a little bit too further away, then it gives them the opportunity to escape the hooks. As you can see on the left, and by that noise, the hooks are now coming in because no one touched the box again. So you've got to touch that box, survivors. Otherwise the hooks come in. So it's going to be really hard for them now. So this is a great example. I actually slowed this down for you guys. So I found the box as Pinhead. I found the box. So this is what happens when you use it. You just use the box and you can see everyone's aura for a good 3 or 4 seconds. And that also means that the hooks start coming in again. So you have control on the hooks and you can see where the auras are for survivors. So it's very beneficial to find a box as the killer. But you cannot see the box's aura. So you have to randomly find it on the floor or spot it out because it does not show an aura to it. Right, anyway, we get a nice hit here on Feng, and she just can't get away. She just can't get away, and I mow her down. Very nicely. I love the animations. Can we just appreciate the animations here? Like, Pinhead on everything. Getting people out of lockers, putting them on hooks, going over pallets, things like that. Like, he's just... The animations are... So we actually teleport to Serena here doing on the box. We get a nice little hit on her. I break the pallet just in case she does. She's going to drop another pallet here. Oh, she thought about it. I think she does actually drop a pallet here. Yeah, just before I can get here. Not really sure what I'm doing with the gateway here. I don't really know what I'm doing with the gateway, but look at that pallet animation. Like, it's so cool. It's super cool. So we carry on our chase here with Serena. I think Pinhead is very good. I think he's quite balanced. I think once you use and get used to his hooks, I think they become second nature. But when you first start with him, it can be a bit painful. It can be a little bit painful until you get used to how he works properly. So we got a chase here with Feng. We managed to get a hook, and you can see again as she slows down. She managed to get out the hooks quite easy, but we were right next to her. So I think the best thing, she tries to deception me here, but I didn't fall for it because I used deception on my survivor main. So you get a nice hit on Feng here. Pick her up with this cool animation. So they managed to get a gen here done. So time's running out here. This Feng's final hook though, so we get one kill here. So as you can see by this white aura, the gen with the most progress after that gen got completed gets corrupted for I think 30 seconds with the perk that I have right now. So 30 seconds they don't get to do that gen, which with the most progress. So it gives you a little bit more time to play around with, mess around, prevent them from using that gen again. As you can see, Feng's back in the gen. Someone's using the box, but I'm gonna stay around this gen a little bit because I don't want them progressing anymore. You can see Feng's back on it straight away. They know that gen's very important to them. We'll try and hook her here, but for some reason it goes for a wall. Get a nice little hit here on Feng. She goes over the hatch. She's driving me away from the gen here, so I feel like it's going to get done. I should have probably like stayed more around. As you can see, we chained. And we get a knock on her anyway. So I think this is Feng's last hook, so we get the 2k. Now I have no head in place here. As I said at the start of the video, I just randomly picked it. I don't have a lot of perks on Pinhead, so we kind of went with a little bit of a sweaty build of no head and Blood Warden, just until I get a better variety of perks. But we dropped Serena here. I don't think her teammate Jane's going to come for her, honestly. She's probably at the other exit right now. Yeah, she's off. She's off the scene, as you can see. So this is another interesting cool fact that you may not know. If I manage to hook her there, she has 5 seconds where she can't leave. So if you get a successful hit, she cannot leave for 5 seconds. Not a lot of people know that, I don't think. So use that. It's very useful. Very useful at the end of the game. Because when someone's teabagging you, you can prevent them from leaving. But GG's, we hit the 3k. So my final thoughts on Pinhead. I think he's very balanced. I don't think he's too OP. I don't think he's too weak. I think when you get used to how he plays and his playstyle, he's a very good and fun character to play. And he has some voice lines actually in the game that got removed right now, but I think they're all coming back. And all in all, I think Pinhead's a super cool character. So drop him a download and see if you like him as well. But thank you for watching, guys. If you like the video, drop a like, drop a comment, and drop a subscription. And we're going to be doing some more YouTube stuff in the future. So drop a follow, and we will be back. Thank you for watching.